What's going on? What's going on, my film fam? Welcome to another episode of Let the Film Speak. I am one of your hosts, Chop. Here, my main man, Willie Jack. Willie Jack, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, man. Hey, it's Victory Wednesday, boy. Hey, I'm good. Chilling. Big chilling. Yeah, it's all good.
Man.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. I know you over there sitting on cloud nine, coming off that win Monday night, man, against the Indianapolis, a hungry Indianapolis team, man. We're definitely gonna get to that one for sure. Of course, as always, man, we got a good show for y'all, man. But before we jump into that, of course, we got the house rules, man. House rules. I am, like I said, one of your hosts, Chop. Here, my main man, Willie Jack. You are in our house, and when you come into our house, man, first thing we need y'all to do, man, is like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like. Hit that share, hit that subscribe. Also hit that notification bell, man. How else are you going to know when me and Willie Jack coming to the table with some more information, man, or some more great news, some more great takes, man, some more great predictions? Of course, you know I got the film already ready to go today, man. We're going to talk today, Willie Jack, man. Those some things we talked about, so I got the film ready. We're going to do that, man. So, yeah, man, welcome, man. We appreciate y'all. We always are open. The door is open for anybody who wants to be a part of the film fam, man. So come join us, man. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, man. So go ahead and go in and join your boys, man. All right. But Willie Jack, I ain't going to waste no time, man. We ain't had no bye weeks, so I'm jumping right into it, man. The first game we're going to talk about is Tampa Bay going to Cleveland, man, to take on the Browns. The Browns end up coming away with their W, winning this game 23-17. And Willie Jack, I'm gonna say this first, man, before we jump all the way into it and give our insight and everything. You did it again, bro. You did it again, man. We talked about it. Man. You said it.
I said it, bro.
But you didn't pull the trigger, man.
I know, man.
This was a game where you said, you know what, I'm rolling with Tampa Bay. You know, you even called Tampa Bay the dark horse, in which I'm still standing on that bandwagon. I don't know how you feel about that, but
because that AFC South trash, they still coming out the AFC South or NFC South for sure.
For sure. So I'm still there with it, man. But I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of glimpse. We're gonna start off right, and we're gonna start off that way, man. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a glimpse of what Willie Jack, he almost, you know what I'm saying, spoken to fruition, or maybe he did say it, but just didn't roll with it.
Money can't make no money, Chop. Hey, I was scared money, dog. I was scared money, man.
He put his foot in the water, man, but he was scared to jump in. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was. Here's a little bit of that footage, man, of what Willie Jack was talking about.
So, but I'm not gonna lie, this game worries me, man. And I can't even tell you what rhyme or reason. You know what I'm saying? It's in Cleveland. It's Jacoby Brissett's last game before Deshaun Watson makes his return. And so, man, speaking of Jacoby, man, we got Miles in the building right here, fresh and early with us, man. Your dog's last one, man. And honestly, I just have a feeling like, man, hey, Jacoby's gonna go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, man, what better way for Jacoby to end, I guess, his season as the starter than to take it down Tom Brady now at the crib as well. And so, man, I don't know, just nothing other than that. Oh man. Big Brissett. Hey, no. He had a big game last week. Was it last week? I think Brissett had a big game last week.
Yeah, solid game. Big brisket, boy.
Oh, Big Brissett. Yeah, big brisket. There you go. Big brisket.
Change it up, Willie Jack. It's big brisket. So Willie Jack, man, and hearing that and watching that video playback, man, how you feel, brother? Let me know right now. How you feel about that?
Bruh, I feel like, and I hope y'all catch this reference, bruh. Y'all, what's the movie with Mike Epps and Ice Cube, bruh?
All About the Benjamins.
All About the Benjamins. Imagine how Mike Epps felt when he realized they won the lottery, then he couldn't find that ticket.
Oh my God!
Come on, man. As I was like, man,
that one hurt. Man. That one hurt. The way you just presented that hurt me, man.
Oh, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted that one. I really did. As soon as I seen it, I was like, oh man, come on, man. Scared money can't make now, man. That's my fault.
It's all good, man. But going into the game a little bit, man. At first, and another thing too, I want to shout out to my boy Miles. I don't know if he's in the building just yet. There you go. There he is, right there. Mm-hmm. Miles definitely in the building, man. But he shout out to Miles, man. Shout out to Miles. He a big Jacoby Brissett fan, man. He ain't shy about it. He let us know. And just like Willie Jack said, Jacoby Brissett went out with a bang, man. They came away with this W 23-17. And it really wasn't a big game by Brissett, but it was more so Chubb and Cooper, man. They pretty much had their handprints all over this game. Chubb went over for over 100 yards and a touchdown. Cooper went for 94 yards, made some big catches. And now it was a rainy game, you know what I'm saying? So maybe they had a little bit of a effect on the outcome of this game. But at the end of the day, man, they got it done. Both teams were playing in this. And then for Tampa Bay, man, they went back to what we saw the previous weeks before we saw that run defense start to step up. That run defense was suspect again, man. Like I said, Chubb going over 100 yards in this particular game, and the Cleveland Browns Cleveland Browns just did a great job of keeping the ball away from Tom Brady for the most part, and just playing their style of ball, and with them being able to do that, man, they came away with the W.
No, for sure, and no, man, just like you said, man, that's one, man. I that's a lesson learned though, man. You gotta go with your gut sometimes, man. But only thing I want to add to this game, man, is, and I've mentioned it a couple times on the show before, just randomly or sporadically. Shout out to Cleveland and David Njoku, man, one more time, because we still got to remember David Njoku. He was an early draft pick when they brought him in, and then he was a guy. Think of Evan Ingram. You know what I'm saying? He's a physical specimen. Marvel, if you look at him now, he looks like a chiseled bodybuilder still now. You know what I'm saying? But for that reason, they couldn't get him to pop. You know what I'm saying? Like he just never hit it. They bring in Austin Hooper as a free agent to replace him. Give him some bread. He tries to lead the team. They talk him in the stand. He stays, outplays Hooper. They get rid of Hooper. Then they circle back, give him the bag, and then just watching his season, especially these last 4 or 5 weeks, dude's been balling. Like now, this wasn't a big yardage day. He only had 5 catches for 29 yards. But did y'all see the touchdown though?
The biggest catch was the touchdown catch, the one-handed.
Bruh, did y'all? Hey, went and got that thing. You know what I'm saying? So and like
with the game on the line though, it wasn't like a regular one-handed and one-handed catch. The game was on the line.
Give me that. You know what I mean? So man, shout out to Njoku, man. And I just like that stuff, because it's too often that you normally, when a player tries to be loyal to a team, it bites them, or they look foolish and etc. We hear all those stories, you know what I'm saying? So to see a team and a player, like, you know what I'm saying, where the loyalty paid off, you know what I'm saying? He stuck it out, you know what I'm saying? He thugged it out. They tried to replace him in his face. He still thugged it out, made him come back and break bread, and now he's showing out, man. So shout out to you, David Njoku, man. I had to give you some love.
For sure. And Miles came in with a comment. Also, shout out to Rachel, man. Rachel, appreciate you for checking in with us, man. I appreciate you for checking us out today. But Miles came in with a comment, man, and it's an interesting comment. Now, I wouldn't go as far as what Miles specifically said. He said, here's the comment is here. Watson has big shoes to fill. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say Watson has big shoes to fill. But one of the things I did think about was Jacoby Brissett didn't play bad. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't great either. You know what I mean? He wasn't that. But Watson also hasn't played in a couple seasons. So if Watson comes out, now the first game is against Houston. So you got a weaker opponent in that particular game.
Well, I hope he dropped 50.
Now, I do too. I'm with you on that too, Willie Jack. But my thing is this. He hasn't played in 2 seasons. So to all the Cleveland Browns fans, or the people who are going to be so quick to say, man, Jacoby Brissett, should still be the starter. No, bring Jacoby Brissett back in. Nah, man, get that boy some time. He gonna need a little time to get his feet wet, man.
Hey, Chop, $250 million guaranteed. Boy, they can kill that.
Hey, but that ain't got nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with you know what I'm saying, the reality of the situation. I'm just trying to bring reality to it. Now, for sure, they're gonna play the money playing.
Oh, yeah. 250 ain't sitting down. Hell no.
But I'm saying, just to quiet everybody else down, I don't want to hear nothing in the chat about, oh man, bring Jacoby Brissett back. Bring Jacoby Brissett back if Watson comes out and he struggles just for a game or two. You know what I'm saying? Get that boy some time to get his feet wet and get his feet back under him and get used to the speed of the game. And then, you know what I'm saying, we can start talking about that. But yeah, let that boy play first, man. So interesting comment by you, Miles, but that's kind of how I feel as far as that.
Yeah. Hey, and real quick, man, I know Chop just hit a couple of them, man. We didn't get a quick rundown, man. Shout out to the members, man. The members already in here showing up, man. Mom Dukes was in the building. Our dog Miles here, Rachel in here. Y'all all active already as well, man. So, hey, we appreciate that.
For sure. Yeah. All right, Willie J, man. This next one, we had Cincinnati, man. One of our games of the week. Cincinnati go to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Cincinnati came away with this W 20-16. Willie Jack, what's your take on this one, man?
Man, you know what? Tennessee is I'm not gonna say they were a strong contender, but I thought that they maybe, if the way that they had been playing and then Tannehill coming back, I was thinking honestly that they could quietly maybe get themselves rolling and be, you know what I mean, be the AFC's Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the record's not gonna be great, they're not gonna come into this thing dominating in the front, but if they get into form when the lights come on, then it's gonna be a problem. You know, I was thinking maybe it could be something like that. But I don't like this loss, Chop. I don't like this one. I don't like you losing to an undermanned Cincinnati team at home. I mean, but Chop, you know how I get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you gonna be, you know what I'm saying, the champ gotta show up to play. The champ can't go to Kobe can never go to your local YMCA and get his ass bust. He can't. I don't care what's wrong with him. MJ dropped 40 points with the flu. You think Kobe can show up to the YMCA and lose pickup game? It can't happen.
So to cut them a little bit of slack, this wasn't a YMCA game.
Oh, no, not that.
They might have went to the YMCA, but it was James Harden's YMCA. You know what I'm saying? James Harden was hooping at the YMCA. It wasn't just your normal pickup Coop out there hooping. Coop went out there hooping.
And Coop and Tom went out there trading ACLs, you know what I'm saying, and Achilles, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't one of them. But what I'm saying is, like, you had, you know, for lack of a better word, like you had your quarterback, you had your running back, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like y'all were more so, I know everybody's not fully whole at this point in the season, but for the sake of what I'm saying, you were whole. Cincinnati still playing with one hand behind their back. You know what I'm saying? Jamar Chase, who we thought going into this game was going to play or return to play, ends up not. And so, you know, instantly that changed my pick right there, because they had been, the dichotomy of how they look with and without Jamar Chase was so drastic. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't want no parts of that. And so to see Tennessee go out there, like, I just feel like, because Cincinnati is a contender. Cincinnati is still who I think is going to, when it's all said and done, win the AFC North. You know what I'm saying? So they're legit. And so this is ones on ones. This is good on good. You know what I'm saying? This is the end of practice. This ain't inside drill where you're going to get third string old lineman. We don't know about inside drill. Okay, Miles, feel me. This ain't inside drill when you're going to get third string old lineman. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is the end of Wednesday practice. Everybody got full pads on, and it's good on good. We smacking today. You know what I'm saying? So this was that. So you've got the edge. You know what I'm saying? They, like I said, Jamar Chase is out. T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd hadn't shown that they wanted to do anything without T. Higgins being there. Or excuse me, without Jamar Chase being there. I thought they were just low at homeboys. I was like, man, you mean tell me y'all had 4 or 5 games to get off, do nothing because Jamar ain't here? What's going on? But then to that point, Higgins does step up and have a big day today. No, I'll take it back. He had a big week last week as well. But then the 3 or 4 games before that. But my point is, man, with them being down, with them being, you know what I'm saying, with them being down such a vital piece of how their team's success, Joe Mixon also out in this game as well. I just would have liked, like, I feel like if you're going to be a real contender or a real threat, like, this is a game you win. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a game, you don't lose this game. You know what I'm saying? And they did. Key part of that being Derrick Henry goes for 38 yards on 17 carries. And so, just as one trick pony as you can get. And so, go ahead. Yeah.
No, for sure. No, and I'm kind of with you on that, Willie Jack. Now, at the same time, I still feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like this Tennessee team was a legit team. And one of the things that I noticed in this game, and one thing I realized is that Cincinnati, I think they just match up well with Tennessee. If you think about it, even the games that they played in the past, the playoff game, Tennessee wasn't able to do much offensively in that game. You know what I mean? It's just for some reason, Cincinnati, the way that they match up with this particular team, it just goes well for Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? It just goes well for them. And then on top of that, I want to give Zach Taylor his credit, man. Zach Taylor came in with I feel like a perfect, a flawless game plan. And shout out to Joe Burrow and that offense for executing it the way that they should have. And I say that because I knew going into this game, and I said that even when I heard that Joe Mixon was out, that it wasn't going. It was Joe Mixon being out.
I wasn't so worried about Mixon, but yeah, with Chase still being out, yeah.
Of course. But the thing was, it's like I wasn't really worried about Joe Mixon being out because how Cincinnati was going to have to move the ball against this Tennessee team was going to be through the air and getting the ball a lot to the backfield and passing the ball to their running backs and stuff like that, and in the passing game. And sure enough, from jump, it was 5 yards here, 5 yards there, 5 yards here, just a dink and dunk passing offense that eventually turned into, all right, Tennessee's gonna have to make some changes in order to make stops to this particular type of offense. Mm-hmm. And when they do, that's when we hit them up top. Whenever y'all bring that extra defender down to try to stop those shorter passes, you know, that's when T. Higgins, it's on you, bro. You 6'5", 200 and whatever pounds. You need to beat that outside corner. And that also shows you how, like, this Tennessee defense, as good as they are, that would be the one weak spot, you know, is their secondary when they're going against a top tier receiving core. Now, like you said, they were without Jamar Chase, but you still see a guy like T. Higgins. If he finds their right matchup, he can exploit that, and he can go up and make some plays, which he did make one of the biggest plays of the game, if not the biggest, you know, on that big touchdown. Score on the right sideline, and that was pretty much all she wrote, man. That was pretty much all she wrote. And then last but not least, man, I don't know whether to put this on the defensive lineman or to put this on the coaching, but you can't have that penalty, you know, in that spot in the game, late in the game, where they rush the center or they hit the center. You can't have that penalty, which gave Cincinnati the first down, and they pretty much just run the clock out. You know, if you don't do that, then you still have an opportunity to win this game, but you just take away your entire opportunity by making a boneheaded mistake. So, hey man, shout out to Cincinnati for the great game plan, and yeah, Tennessee got to get back to the drawing board and get back going, man.
No, for sure, and I'm glad you remember to say that, because I forgot to say it too. Yeah, just like you said though, man, you can't have that happen. You know what I'm saying? Especially you can't have that. Shout out to Hobby Hangout in the building, man. What's good, my boy? That's Chef Dubs, ain't it?
Man, I get them mixed up. I need to write them down.
Man. I want to say
I need to write the names down, because they be coming in with the different companies and stuff, man. I need to write them down, man.
Hey, we gonna have to, man. Hey, we appreciate the love though, as always, big dog.
Yeah, definitely appreciate the love, man. Yeah, appreciate you tapping in with your boys, man. Yeah, appreciate you tapping in with your boys. All right, Willie, let's go on to another game, man. And it's another good game, man. Another good game. We have Baltimore going to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars, man. The Jacksonville Jaguars come away with a W, man. 28-27, man. 28-27. This game came down to the wire, man. And actually, this was the game that we were looking for from Trevor Lawrence, man. This was the game we was looking for, and it came down to a moment where he had to be the one to make the play. It was all on his arm, and he came through and came up clutch for his particular team. It wasn't the scheme this time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. It was Trevor Lawrence. You know, down 9 with 6 minutes left in the game, he did everything you would want a first overall pick to do with the game on the line. Not only did he drive his team down to get 2 touchdowns, but he said, head coach Doug Peterson said, "Forget it, man. Let's go ahead and end this game." They went for 2, and he hits him with the dagger there. They win that game, man, and come out of Jacksonville beating Baltimore or upsetting Baltimore. I wouldn't necessarily call it an upset with the way I've seen Baltimore playing and Jacksonville playing. You know, I look at the teams and not necessarily the records. And right now, you know, going into that game, I feel like they were evenly matched teams. But as far as Trevor Lawrence, man, he finished with 321 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, man. That's a big-time performance for him, man. So kudos to Trevor Lawrence. We've been asking for it all season long. We finally got it. But for Baltimore, man, the inconsistent play at crucial moments and crucial mistakes in the crucial parts in the game continue to hurt them, man. And they continue to do it. And to me, this is part of the reason why they're not a contender, because the good teams make the right plays in the most crucial situations. You know what I'm saying?
Not a contender?
No, not a contender.
You writing off Baltimore, but not Tennessee? I mean, I should say
I'm writing off Baltimore. We wrote them. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna say we. I've said they weren't a contender before we went into this week. You know, and I'm talking about.
I don't know if you came so hard at Baltimore like that. Now I don't know, man.
I know because Miles came in and asked were they a contender, and I said no, they're not a contender. And you said it. We both said no. We didn't go hard on it. We didn't have an entire segment on it.
Super Bowl. Okay, yeah, I got
you. Right. That's what I'm talking about. No, they're not a contender, and these are some of the reasons why. It's because you can't make crucial mistakes like that, you know, and consistently in these games. You know, it's been 4 games where they've been up, you know, double-digit points in the fourth quarter, and they can't hold on to the lead. You know, after Jacksonville scored the touchdown, there's a little bit over 5 minutes left in the game. Gus Edwards, a crucial fumble, man. A crucial fumble that leads to a Jacksonville field goal, which puts Jacksonville up 1 point. That field goal is so important because without that field goal, Jacksonville doesn't even have a chance to come back down and tie the game or even win the game. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have the opportunity because it's a 2-possession game. But no, he fumbled. They get a field goal. You know what I'm saying? With maybe like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and they end up still having an opportunity. You know what I'm saying, to win this game. So you just can't have these mistakes in the crucial moments, man. If you want to be a legit contender, and yeah, man, it just shows more reasons why they not. So.
No, exactly. And that's another, and then shout out to our dog, man, Big Chef Does, man, in the building. He said another reason is I guess that he wouldn't consider him a contender either is the coaching. And so, man, hey, like him or love him, man, Harbaugh is kind of he went from one of the most, I think he was a little overrated, and now, man, he might be a little underrated. Man, I still think he's a good coach, but yeah, he definitely has, man, made some questionable ones.
For sure.
Man, real quick as well, man, quick shout out to our dog, Ty, man. So you're here in the gym, man, listening, getting it in, man. I appreciate the love, big dog, as always. And then I thought somebody else fell in here too, real quick. Missed you. Okay, my bad. But yeah, go ahead. Oh, okay. Then my thoughts on this, but no, I think you summarized the game pretty well. Lamar, 254 in the air, 89 on the ground. And now he did lose a fumble as well. Like I said, you already hit Gus Edwards. This is what I want to talk about as well. So. Definitely Trevor Lawrence, man. Say it again. Big day for him, man. 321, 3 touchdowns in the air, no interceptions. Best quarterback on the field that day. You know what I'm saying? Say Zay Jones. That's all I want to say. I don't know if you mentioned him, man. Just shout out to Zay Jones. Kind of he's not an old guy per se, but journeyman kind of guy. I know he was with the Raiders for a number of years. What'd you say?
I was gonna ask you which one you talking about. You talking about Zay or Marvin?
Oh, Marvin Jones.
Because I know both of them had some key catches in this game. Yeah. I just want to know which one you specifically talking about.
Yeah. I think it had to be
Marvin is the one that had the big game. He had the huge game.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, because I was sitting there like, hold on, wait. Now, yeah, but yo.
I'm throwing you off. It was Zay.
Look, I'm trying to think. I was like, man, is he show?
I'm throwing you off, dog. I'm throwing you off.
I'm like, man, I probably
Marvin had the big catch. Zay had the big game.
There we go. Yeah,
that's why I got thrown off it.
Oh, it's all good. Shout out to Zay Jones, man. Wanted to just shout him out. 11 catches, 145 yards. Marvin Jones had that touchdown over Marcus Peters, wasn't it?
The winning touchdown, the game winning touchdown.
Okay,
that's why I got him mixed up.
There you go, yeah. So I got you, because he did make a big play as well. Shout out to you as well, Marvin Jones, getting your bag still after you left. He went from Cincinnati to Detroit. But no, man, shout out to Zay Jones, man, 11 for 145. Like I said, I would imagine, man, if that's not a career day, I would imagine that's got to be a career day for him as far as just yardage and maybe even catches as well. So big day for him. I just want to just shout him out, bro. We seen you out there getting it, bro.
For sure. And my last thing too, Willie Jack, man, is this is what I want. These next 6 games, these next 6 weeks of the season, I want to see more of this from Trevor Lawrence. And then this will kind of set the tone for the team that I expect them to be the following season, especially if they can get Calvin really back on the field, man. If they allow him back on the field, man, that's another weapon that they need, a field stretcher and a good route runner too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he was a fast guy, but I think more of a route runner was his style of game. Day one gang in the building, man. Jarrell, what's going on with you, bro? But here's a good comment, man, by Big Chef Does, man. Said he's no longer motivated to play for the team. Got to be talking about Lamar. And so now this is the question. Now, at the beginning of the season, one of my predictions was that he wouldn't sign this year, but then he would play well enough to put himself in position to break whatever, you know what I'm saying, record or whatever, to reset the market and then re-sign with the Ravens, a la how Joe Flacco did when he won that Super Bowl. But now, seeing how this season is starting to unfold and kind of see now, I don't know, man. I think Big Chef Does might be on to something, man. He says he's no longer motivated. Well, I don't want to necessarily question his motivation because he's still motivated to play. He still got to put good film on the field now so he can get that bag. But as far as is he playing now to secure his bag as opposed to playing now for they professionals. So I don't want to say nobody's out there playing for just strictly off the love. But I'm saying, but it's different now. You know what I'm saying? And so is it just business? Whereas before it was business and family a little bit. You know what I mean? Or like it was more familial as far as the relationship. And now, man, it does look like, man, that's dead. Man, I'm here to cash my checks and do what I got to do. And so now, Chop, what do you think happens, bro? If you had to call it right now, if it was 51-49 as far as over under, you can't go 50-50. 51-49, does he re-sign or does he go or does he end up signing somewhere else? Because we got to keep in mind, before you answer, because let me put something on you might as well. There's going to be several places in dire need of a quarterback. I can imagine that he would get to write a blank check in Carolina, right?
He'd go to the Jets.
Hey, he can. He can. Now, I don't think he would want to because he wants to go to a contender. And not to say Carolina is, but that AFC South is weak. And they've got some young weapons with it. With him, that's a different, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I think Carolina is definitely viable. Man, you made me lose my train of thought. Honestly, the Raiders may use Derek Carr to scapegoat instead of Josh McDaniels' weak ass offense. And so Derek Carr might be out there. And you know what I'm saying? Lamar in Vegas. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like the sound of that. You know what I'm saying? Him and Josh Jacobs in that backfield now. Now he got a real receiver in Devontae now, so we can get that out the way.
So people can stop making excuses for him. That's what people are doing.
Hey, exactly. Hey, there you go. Hey, we're gonna find out one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, so I had a couple other dark horses. Man, hey, I can lie dark horse San Francisco. Ooh, think about it. Okay, dark horse San Francisco, and then I thought I had one more. But anywho, so what would you say, man? 51-49. You cannot tell me it's half and half, 50-50. Don't be trying to be all corporate. Is he staying? Will he be a Raven next year or not?
Yeah, I think ultimately they figure it out. Man, they get him re-signed. He stays in Baltimore. Maybe they do decide to go bring some weapons over this particular time, but yeah, I think ultimately he stays, man. I think he has. Here's the other part of that too. Yeah, he can go a lot of different places, right? But who can actually put together an offense that's going to fit what he does? There's not many guys that can actually do that. You know what I mean? That they can put together an offense and have it be successful. Maybe he can go somewhere where it's the better offense. I don't know, you know, but I ultimately think that his home is in Baltimore. He likes it in Baltimore. He wants to be in Baltimore, and I think they find a way to re-sign him. I think they re-sign him and they keep him in that building. I know they got Tyler Huntley behind him. You know what I'm saying? Who is one of the better?
He looked damn good.
One of the better backups. But if Baltimore doesn't sign Lamar, they're gonna find out real quick that Tyler Huntley is the guy that they feel like, or they may think that he is. I'm gonna tell you that right now. How can you say that? You love the underdog. You love the no-name backup, undrafted 7th-round quarterback. And now Tyler Huntley can't get no love. Here we go. That's what first thing I said was he was one of the best backups in the league. That's the first thing I said.
And then he said they're gonna find out quickly that boy ain't about nothing.
No, they're gonna find out quickly that Lamar Jackson is where your home is and where it should be. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson is the superior guy. You know what I'm saying? I watched both of them, and to me, it was like night and day between those two. Now, if we talk a starting quarterback, this maybe my thing is like you got those high profile guys. If we're talking about a starting quarterback that was playing for Baltimore now, and he's not doing anything. He's not playing good ball, playing terrible. Oh yeah, I'm all for Tyler Huntley. Come on with it, man. Come on with it. Bring him in here. I don't care where he was drafted at. I like him. You know what I mean? Bring him in. But we talking about Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about.
He ain't gonna necessarily replace Lamar, but
right.
I mean, but his skill set is still suitable. They wouldn't have to change a lot. Now,
you're right. I agree. You're right with that.
I think he can function, but now as far as him being a realistic viable, you already know how I'm going on that. Like now,
yeah. You know it's Lamar. It's Lamar, and if you got a guy, an MVP caliber quarterback, oh man, you don't go away from that. You better fight. Y'all got to figure it out, man. Figure it out. So.
Hey, Dub's in the building real tough today, man. We appreciate the love, big dog. He's in his thoughts were, man, Lamar heads out of town. Let's they franchise him. He'll go to a system that has some weapons, and he feels the Jets are perfect. Now, we should mention, I'm pretty sure Big Chef Dubs, man, William White, you a Jets fan. So I don't know if that's good analysis, or I don't know if you're just being a homer now because you're a Jets fan. But what I will say, realistically, that's still a valid point either way. A young Gary Wilson, who we've seen, man, can stretch the field, and if you get him the ball shot to Mike White, he can make something happen. And then you've got the young guy that we liked, Breece Hall, who's out this year, but you know he's young, man. We expect him or hope and expect that he makes a recovery with no issue. ACLs these days might as well be ankle sprains. You know what I'm saying? So unless so hopefully I don't want to jinx it either. But what I'm saying is that is a team, man, with some nice young talent. Playing better than they were expected for sure. Now the only thing about that is I think they were a little under the radar, and I still don't think people fully respect them now. So I think maybe they're not necessarily getting guys best shots. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, but But no, that'd be interesting. I hadn't considered the Jets, honestly. I really had.
I would love the Jets, man. The Jets got a lot of young weapons, man. They got a great defense that's young and up and coming. Their defense is young but good too. You know what I'm saying? I like the Jets as that option, man. I like that. Yeah. We got one more question. I want to hit this one real quick, Willie Jack, and then we can move on, man. Go on to this next game. We got Rachel, man. She comes in. She said, "Y'all think the league has evolved enough for any other teams to want a running QB?" Willie Jack, you want to touch that one first, man?
Yeah, I'll say that. And so I'll say yes, because what I'm going to say about running quarterback is running not limited to just strict quarterback runs, but I think these days you've got to have a quarterback who is a running threat. And so even if you're not full-fledged called a running quarterback, and so like guys like that would be like think about Alex Smith, who had wheels too now. Yeah. Like nobody ever considered him a running quarterback, but he damn sure was. You know what I'm saying? He was a top 5 quarterback rushing guy every single year that he was in the league, but he's not considered a running quarterback. But definitely guys, the league has shown that the way the way things are going, the way quarterbacks are protected now as well, having a viable running threat at quarterback where dudes are scared to hit him half the time anyway. Like, man, you can't afford to pass up on that type of opportunity if you're an offensive coordinator. And so, yeah, I think that time is here now. I think you're not looking for. Once upon a time, Drew Bledsoe was a prototypical quarterback. He was 6'5", he was 230 pounds. Boy, he couldn't move from me to this wall in 3 seconds, and I'm 4 feet away from this wall. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't move. Was a legitimate statue that could throw the ball 80 yards. Nobody's looking for that no more. Now you want Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? You want Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Who's not a running quarterback, but he scoots. It don't look athletic. It looks a little clumsy. Don't matter. He scoots, and you know what I'm saying. So I think that time is already here for sure. So yeah, no, I think for sure.
Gotcha. Let's move on to this next game, Willie Jack, man. We got some people rolling in here, man. We're gonna keep it spicy for them. Man. We had let me see. Which is the one that I really wanted to touch on? Dang, Willie Jack, my bad, brother.
Oh no, you good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so let's go on to Arizona, man. Let's go to Arizona, man. Where we had the Chargers go to Arizona to take on the Cardinals, and the Chargers end up squeaking away, are coming out barely with this victory, man, winning this with 25-24. The Chargers move with this win, man. They moved to 6-5, and I didn't even think about this. But I usually like to wait a little while before I start looking at the playoff picture, man. But I looked at the playoff picture today, and the Chargers really needed that win, man. Right now at 6-5, the Chargers are still out of the playoffs. If the playoffs ended today, Willie, I'm gonna put you on the spot, bro. Okay. Do you know the 3 wild card teams if the playoff ended today?
You gonna let me guess? I can figure it out.
Give me three guesses, and then I'll tell you who they are, man.
I'll go Cincinnati, the Jets, the Jets, and because Baltimore still leads the North, the South only got one team. Because
I know you ain't gonna get the last one because you're probably thinking about it. Because you probably
Buffalo, because Miami's leading the East now.
Right. Oh, you're right. Okay. I thought you was gonna assume that Big Josh was winning the division.
Oh no, I know what's going on with Big Josh, man. Hey,
okay,
we tripping about that, man. We ain't tripping about that.
Yeah. So if the season ended today, man, those will be the 3 wild card teams. You know what I'm saying? So the Chargers are really a game back from a wild card spot, and right now I'm sitting on the outside looking in. You know, so that was a game, like I said, that they really needed. You know, they fought, and it came down to a last minute play. And let me put this out here too, because I feel the same way about the Jaguars game. I'm not a fan of the call. I am. They got it, you know what I'm saying? And I know Willie Jack is on the other side of that, you know what I'm saying? So I let him get this side, but I'm not a fan of going for it, especially with their rate as well. You know what I'm saying? For that 2-point conversion to win the game versus, you know, taking it into overtime and playing that style of game. But either way, Chargers came away with the W, man, and they did their thing. But one thing I would say about the Chargers, man, they need to fix that run defense. That run defense is been suspect. Last few games, man, they've been getting run all over. They gave up over 100 yards in this particular game to James Conner. And, yeah, man, that's something they need to fix if they're going to be competitive in this particular division, especially when you got running backs over there running like Josh Jacobs been running the last few weeks, man, or at points during the season. You run across some of the guys like that, man, he'll take over a game. But for Arizona though, they like I said, they played a very, very competitive game, man, and they are getting healthy. They got some of their guys back, and they were definitely in this game and was capable of pulling away with this W in this one. So, yeah, man, all that to say, Chargers came away with a much needed win, and yeah, man, we'll see what happens as the season goes on. Man, they got 6 weeks to put together some wins and grab a hold of one of those wild card spots. So. Because the Chiefs ain't giving away that number 1 seed. They can forget about that one. So,
no, for sure. And yeah, just finishing that off, man. Like I said, I think like I said, you covered it pretty good. Did want to talk, I guess, just a little bit about the performance of the Cardinals. So Kyler, man, 18 for 29, only 191 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did throw an interception. Decent get day on the ground though, 7 for 56 in the touchdown. Hop 4 for 87 in the touchdown. Now it was a big day on the ground for James Conner. So 25 carries, 120 yards. Also got in the end zone, had a receiver touchdown as well. And then, yeah, just like you said. So now I will say, I'm not mad at the 2-point. And here's another thing as well that I think maybe doesn't get talked about, but I think it does have an effect. This game's on the road as well. You know what I mean? And so going into overtime, the inherent pressure and just, you know what I'm saying, additional angst that comes with that. And then, you know what I'm saying, as pressure-filled a situation as it is as well, like, doing that on the road as well is also another thing as well. I mean, it just adds to the task at hand. And so now I'm not mad at that, man. I'm a lot of times I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But especially like I'd rather it be, nah, man, if you tell me I'm going to bet on my guys to try to win the game, I'm never going to fault that. You know what I'm saying? They got 11 and we got 11. We on the 2-yard line. I got to believe my 11 is good for 2 yards. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have confidence my 11 is good for these 2 yards, you know what I'm saying? Then I need a new 11. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna knock that one. Now, some of the 4th down calls or something else, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes those are a little more wishy-washy or a little more defined. But if a coach comes to me and is like, hey, look, man, we went out there to win. You know what I'm saying? We ain't do nothing else but come here to win, and we took a shot. I gotta respect it. So I ain't mad at it.
All right, got you, Willie Jack. Got you. On to the next one, Willie Jack, man. Another good one, man. High-scoring game, man. And unfortunately, man, your boy, Big Gino, he went down this time, man. We had Las Vegas go to Seattle, man, to take on the Seahawks. Las Vegas comes away with this win in overtime, 40-34, man. High-scoring game, man. High-scoring game. Willie Jack, what's your take on this one, brother?
Man, this one hurt, man. I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it did, man. And this is honestly now kudos to the Raiders because they came out and did what they had to do. And I'll get to them in a minute. But honestly, Seattle really did kind of shoot themselves in the foot a few times in this game. And so definitely not the cleanest game by my dog Big Gino. 27 for 37, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Honestly, he should have had 2 interceptions, one of them being in the end zone. So honestly, in my opinion, they got a freebie 3 anyway because they overturned. Man, the catching rules then took a step back. Like, man, it's been some way. Man, they've had some terrible calls or rulings on some of these catches. But anywho, rough. And then also as well. Now, so he's got the interception, the one to Perriman. That was just a miscommunication. It looked like with Lockett because he threw that and was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? So I think maybe it's miscommunication there. The one in the end zone to Metcalf that got overturned. That was just I get it. You got your big guy. It is DK. He's 6'3". He's 300 chiseled pounds. He probably jumps over tall buildings in a single bound. So you want to give him a shot. But it's 3 white jerseys in that frame. Now, not to say all 3 of them were there when he threw it, but they were close enough that it was 3 white jerseys in that frame. If you get a steal of the ball in there, there's 3 white jerseys and 1 blue jersey. That was a bad throw. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a bad decision. And to take points off the board, which it should have. Now, like I said, it does get overturned. They do still save the 3. But then, like I said, then another one. Later on in the game, I think this was third. I think it was third quarter. Fumbles on an RPO. And sometimes was the running back was him? Like, I'm putting that one on Big Gino. Because it looked to me that he wanted to pull it and it smacked Walker's arm going by. It wasn't clean, but it looked like he was wanting to pull, and then you get that fumble that you lost. And so, just like I said, just those type of things that shoot themselves in the foot. When the game started, Chop, the first play of the game, Raiders fans, was an interception by Derek Carr. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. I thought Derek Carr was gonna walk home. I thought Derek Carr was gonna I thought it was gonna be memes of Derek Carr walking down the highway from Seattle to Vegas crying because the team left him. He threw that interception on the first play. I was like, oh man, Derek Carr, bro, you ain't, hey, your boy's already coming for you. You can't afford this now. But like I said, so but to their credit, man. And now, man, the man of the hour,
of course,
stud of the day, Josh Jacobs, man. Josh Jacobs had 300 total yards. And so 300-yard days are big. That's a big passing day. Now it's common these days. It's common. We see it a lot. But 300 yards is a tremendous passing day. You know, say if you're a quarterback, that's something that comes around more regularly. But 300 total yards in a game for a running back, 229 of them on the ground, another 74 in the air, 303 yards, and he definitely was the difference maker in the game. That's easy to say, of course. He did have an 86-yard walk-off touchdown, you know, to win the game in overtime. So there's that. But other than that, just all day long was a menace, was a problem to get down. The one run I did want to highlight. I don't even know if it was a run or a catch, but it was on the right sideline. I think it was a catch, some type of screen or something. On the right sideline, he's kind of like bouncing off a receiver, trying to cut back a little bit. He jukes from the right sideline. He jukes left in the air, looks over, sees big ass, one of the big D tackles. I don't know if it's 24 or which one. He's jukes in the air and looks like, what's over? Oh, and there's stiff arms in the air. Bro, it was amazing. It was an amazing play. He jukes, sees him late, stiff arms, and then runs off for like 30 yards. It was just an amazing run. So I want to highlight that for sure. So yeah, tremendous day, big day for Josh Jacobs. And man, talk about teams that need a win. The Raiders need this, boy. The Raiders need a lot of them, but they definitely need something, bro. Because that town and that team is ready to revolt. It feels like.
Yeah, if anything, they needed it for morale, morale purposes. Because I don't know if they got a chance to make the playoffs. That win right there made their fourth win of the season, and the last wild card spot right now in AFC, in a tough AFC, is a 7-win team. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't look like they're gonna fall off the cliff. I mean, maybe the Jets of those teams, maybe the team, but I don't see Cincinnati falling off or losing a ton of games, and I don't see Buffalo losing a ton of games. You know what I'm saying? So it's uphill for sure, but I feel like, yeah, like you said, they needed that win, and they're gonna have to string together a lot of them if they really want to have a shot at making the playoffs, man. So I'll say that as well. On to the next game, Willie Jack. Let's go to Miami, man. Miami, where we got Houston. They went to Miami to take on the Dolphins, and Dolphins come away with this game 30-15. And Willie Jack, man, for a while, when I watched this game, I was like, hold on now. Me and Willie Jack, or did we call our shutout? You know what I'm saying? It was looking good for us for a minute, for about a half of football. And what I seen is I saw a Miami team that they kind of let up, man. To me, it looked like they let up on offense and defense, and it was just like, la-di-da-di-da, in the bag, and they let up and let Houston come put a couple points on the board. Now, one thing I also saw in this game, I'm not going to talk too much about the actual game because from start, I'm going to not to start to finish, but when Miami was coming to play, they was dominating this game on all facets. It's offense, defense. They had a defensive touchdown, couple offensive touchdowns. It was just a dominant game. But like after that, you can tell that they start to let up a little bit, and they almost got Tua hurt in this game. I don't know if you've seen the play where he got like tackled and bent over backwards, and it was a scary look, for a minute, and it was like, all right, let's get Tua up out of this game.
Okay, yeah.
So they ended up taking Tua up out of the game and just going in with the
back.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say he should have already been out because it was like in the third quarter.
I mean, it was still,
it was still early, but at that moment, it's like I'm gonna take him out because I don't want him to get hurt because
you talking about you to pull him from the game at that moment?
Once I saw the way that my team looked lackadaisical, and I'm not gonna leave Tua in that game if I feel like, oh no, man, I feel like we got this game in hand. I'm pulling them out.
No, the game ain't no game in hand in the third quarter. Not in the third. Not in the third, bro. And because Houston, they went ahead and got on the board. Wait, what was it?
It was 30. There was 30-0 in the third, like towards the middle of the third.
Oh yeah, okay, third, okay.
It was still 30-0. So Normally I wouldn't pull him, but it was a weird situation, man. It was a weird situation, but all in all, they still came away with the W, man, and it was dominant from the very beginning. But I will say, Miami, I hope y'all take something away from this game, because champions, good teams that win, they put their feet on teams' necks. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. When you're down, I don't care that you're down. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel bad. I'm gonna keep you down, and I'm gonna suffocate you. I'm gonna take all the air out. You know, that's just what it is. That's what's happening. That's the mentality that you have to be successful. You know, at this level, and you know, I hope they take something from that and they continue to do that. But what was your take on this one, or what you got, Willie?
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna waste too much time talking about these Texans.
Right.
But now, like I said, I mean, just like you said, man, I didn't watch this game closely live, honestly, but I was following it and touch base. But yeah, like I said, man, it was 30-0, just like you said, like, boy, hey, we did that, didn't we?
We looking good, brother.
I was feeling good. I was like, I know Chop gonna have some footage or something, ain't he? You know what I'm saying? All right, man.
Hey, you know it would have been. I know I would have had it, bro. You know I would have had it.
That's when I first seen it. I got the little ticker highlight there and scoring. Like, man, come on, man. Why would they even? Yeah. For what? For what, Houston? You know what I'm saying? But no, just like you said, man, Miami firmly in control, as you should be. Kyle Allen, I guess I will touch on Houston. So Kyle Allen does start this game in place of Davis Mills. 26 for 39, 215, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Man, I ain't gonna lie, they let him sling it too now, 40 damn attempts. You know what I'm saying? And so they let him sling it. Man, Dameon Pierce, man, rough day for you, sir. 5 carries, 8 yards. But it's just like I said, I mean, you know, man. So I feel bad for this kid. I think that kid is definitely a stud, man. So hopefully brighter days are coming, man. We'll see which quarterback they get in this draft. And see if they can get that shit back turned around.
Gotcha. All right, Willie Jack. And I don't know if you noticed, man, it's a big smile on my face right now. You know what I mean? It's a big smile on my face. You probably know why, but you know, this next game that we're gonna talk about, no, it's not a game that was on too many people's radar, you know, but it was on mine. It was on Willie Jack's because it had to be. He had no choice. We had Chicago go to New York to take on the Jets, man, and the Jets end up coming away with this W, 31-10. And I want y'all to listen to this here. Check me out, man. Check me out. Listen to this. Your boy Mike White, he threw for 315 yards.
He did
3 touchdowns.
He did
for 31 points. And I'm just gonna ask you, man. Do this sound familiar? I'm gonna see. Tell me if y'all catch something here. Tell me if y'all catch something.
Let me
going 31-6. 31-6 in this game. Mike White throws 3 touchdowns. I don't know where the other touchdown come from, but I know he's throwing at least 3 touchdowns this particular game. He might throw for 300 yards. I'm just gonna put. You know what? I don't know what Willie put it on me. I didn't even tell him he was my guy.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I didn't even say he was my guy, but since Willie was talking that trash last week, we spent about 30 minutes on one subject, man.
Come on.
Mike White, player of the week, man. My performer of the week. Mike White coming here. He coming for 300 yards, at least 3 touchdowns in this game, man. Passing, man. Mike White going to turn it up, man. He about to turn it up, man. Just because Willie Jack was talking that trash, Mike White going to come out and light it up, bro.
I'm proud of you, boy. I'm proud of you. I teased you up there. You finally came through. You was pushing around for a little bit. I was sitting in my mind like, just go for it, Chop. As soon as you said the Jets 35, he said Mike White had today. I was like, oh, he better be player of the week. I was waiting to see. I was going to tell you like, oh, so he ain't going to be player of the week. But I'm glad. Chop woke up today. He was 200 pounds. He was married. He had 2 kids. He realized he was a grown man. And he got off the fence. And Mike White is a player of the week. I love it. Hey, I don't even remember saying all that, but yeah,
hey, I just had to put that out there, man. Me and Willie J, but we talk, man. When I tell you, that's why I gotta check us out, man. Because every once in a while, me and you gonna catch me and Willie Jack in rare form. I'm talking about when I say rare form, I mean the form we used to be in when we used to be on the phone, and we would go in. It could be one particular subject would be going on for about at least an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying?
It never has to do with the original discussion anyway.
Nothing. Ever.
It never did. It was always something to the side. Like, man, hold on, man. Just say Reggie White. Man, hold on, man. Then, yeah.
And then we go to Reggie White. And then what you said? Ray Lewis. What?
Yeah,
hey,
man.
That's usually how it go, man. But hey, that the episode before that one, you know what I'm saying? If you'd have heard me and Willie Jack kind of go back and forth, man, we talked a little bit about that situation. But honestly, man, that's kind of what I was talking about, though, Willie Jack. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna get into it with you on here, man.
No, man. No, hey, and you know what? Let me go ahead and clear that. Look, now, in fairness to me, though, a lot of the stuff that did come out like right after that, like, see, I wasn't aware. Like, I was in the dark. So in my mind, I only seen the clip, and when it came up in the group, we were talking about the little clip. Like, I didn't know all the other stuff going on. But hey, you called your shot, boy, and you did it, boy. I can't do nothing but salute you, my dog. Hey, you did it, bro. Hey, shout out to Day One Game Jarrell, man. Hey, Chop was in that big bag Sunday, and he definitely was the pull.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. But on to the game though. So when we talked about it, or when we talked about this game, you know, it was like, well, I wondered what this team was going to look like. But then watching them, it looked like the team was playing with a little bit more energy. You know what I'm saying? I saw guys being involved in an offense that, you know, haven't really been as involved throughout the year. Like, you know, we haven't said Elijah Moore's name all season. You know what I'm saying? He got in the end zone. He got in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Garrett Wilson has been quiet for about 6-7 weeks. You know, probably since, you know, what, maybe, I don't know, since maybe
since Flacco aired it out.
Yeah, since Flacco. And then all of a sudden, you know, he has a big game. So it's like the team just looked like they played with a lot more energy, you know what I'm saying, with Mike White under center, you know what I'm saying? And it just showed that, you know what I'm saying? So kudos to this Jets team, man. Kudos to Robert Saleh for making that decision. I know that was a tough decision. I know you had a lot of eyes on you after making that decision. You know, you probably the owners and everybody else, you know, but you stuck with your decision. You made the decision, and you know, you roll with it. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to them. Chicago, me and Willie Jack both agreed that, like, Chicago really ain't have much of a chance. The defense, you know, hasn't been playing very well. Then you were without your starting quarterback, and then your backup quarterback got hurt, but then came back and started playing again, you know, because of you know, a pregame injury, you know. So you were dealing with things like that. But you know, Chicago really didn't have much of a chance. The Jets defense is playing some great ball. And they came out and they handled business, man. Mike White led this team and energized this team, you know, to a W, man. So I go there.
No, he definitely did, man. Hey, sometimes you win some, you lose some, but you live. You know what I'm saying? You live to look foolish on your Wednesday show because Chop always saved the footage. That's what happens to you. But no, man. Hey, shout out to Mike White, man. 22 for 28, 315, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. My dog Chop called that there to a T. You know what I'm saying? Even the score. He gave 4 extra points to the Jets, and then Chicago scored 4 extra points. So the totals, if you was betting the over-under based on what Chop told you, you hit the over-under. Because the boy called 41 total points, and it was 41 total points scored. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, the boy was on to something right there, so I can't do nothing to knock it. Now, the only thing I will say.
Don't start nothing, really, bro. Don't start nothing.
Family. One slice of bread don't make no sandwich, Chop.
You're right. You're right. Absolutely.
Hey, a blind squirrel found a nut. Hey, it's like a lost dog found a bone. You feel me? So, hey, it was good today. You know what I'm saying? Now double down. Now come back and show me it was real. Now come back and show me that now if I see you, I got to salute you. Because right now, you just the dude who showed up on the right day and you had the right scratch ticket. Let me see it next week when y'all go to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? A Minnesota team that's a beatable team we've seen. When you get smoked by 40 at home, I don't give now what say it is. Yeah, that is a winnable game. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see it now. Let me see how you look next week against a team that's motivated to play you as well, and has got a fighting chance as well. Because also don't forget they're playing against the worst defense in the NFL as well. He still teed them boys up, but he was the worst defense in the NFL as well. So yeah, I got to see it one more again.
Okay. Well, I might have some in my bag for you on Chopping Willie in the morning, man. Speaking of Chopping Willie in the morning, Willie Jack, I think it's about that time, man. I think it's about time you talk to him, man. Let him know what's going on, bro.
Hey, come on. Hey, today's episode of Let the Film Speak, brought to you by the handsome fellas, Chop and Willie Jack. You can find them Wednesdays at 7 o'clock in here getting busy. You know what I'm saying? You can also find them Sundays at 10 o'clock in the morning getting busy. So stop playing. You understand me? But yeah, also brought to you by the long-standing good brothers, the Three Amigos, man. That's like, that share, that subscribe, that's 3 the hard way, it's a 3-piece spicy. The Three Amigos, man, they've been here since day one. Ain't nobody been around longer than the Three Amigos. The Three Amigos and our dog Day One Gang, Jarrell Brown. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you. And so, hey, we appreciate the love support as always, man. Now, when you come in and tap in with the Three Amigos, don't forget it's a 4-part process, big dog. You got to tell a friend. Then you got to tell your friend to tell a friend. You got to tell your friend's friend to tell his partner and tell his partner to bring one more because we need 4, Chop. Because why? Because we got all this extra room in the penthouse, dog. You see where we at now, man? Look around. On the top floor. Moved on up. YouTube. Up top. You know what I'm saying? Real good. Real comfortable. Room for a lot more, too. It's room as well now. It's still room up here. Come and enjoy yourself, man. Tap in with the Three Amigos when you get here. And then other than that, man, hey, we appreciate the love and support as always. And now back to the regularly scheduled programming.
All right, Willie Jack. Now let's go ahead and jump into another competitive game, man, but more of a low-scoring game, man. We had Atlanta go to Washington to take on the Commanders, man. And Commanders, they end up holding on to this W, man. They win this game 19-13, okay? And for me, man, when I watched this game, man, I couldn't really tell if this was a two good playing well or if it was just sloppy offenses. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, it probably was a little bit of both. You know, when I watched this particular game, man, sloppy offenses and some plays. Rain was heavy in this game, which probably had a lot to do with it. But it was Washington's defense that stepped up in a crucial moment, man. Atlanta was driving down, towards the end of the game to possibly, tie the game up. Tie the game up with a touchdown and maybe very well go ahead, with the extra point. And it was Washington come away with the tip pass, which led to an interception. And hey, man, I keep saying it. Week in, week out, man. Washington 7-5 now, man. They 7-5. And Willie Jack, for you, brother, this is for you specifically.
All right.
I pulled up the playoff picture.
Okay.
And you know who all 3 of the wild card teams were, sir?
Let me think. My brain fried. Yeah, the NFC East. Now, they changed the rules, man. Who knew, man?
So this is the thing, Willie Jack. I don't think it was a rule change. It was the expansion of the playoff. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Because it was no way that 3 teams or 4 teams in one division could go. It just wasn't enough room.
One division wouldn't go, yeah. So that's what I was stuck on. I was still stuck on nah, man, you can't. Yeah, you can't do all 4 of them. Like,
yeah. But quiet as kept, man. The whole NFC East right now, if the season ended today, the whole NFC East is in the playoffs, man. They're all in the playoffs right now. Washington holds that last spot right behind and a half a game behind the Giants, who are sitting at 7-4. Washington sitting at 7-5. That's where they're sitting there, man. And then the juicy part of that is Washington and Giants. They got to see each other 2 times. They got to see each other 2 times. I think the next week. The next week is the first time that they actually meet. So that's going to be a very, very interesting, and I expect that to be a very competitive game. So I'm gonna be looking forward to that one. But Washington, man, they hey man, slowly but surely, man, are making their way and making a legit case to possibly be that last team. And this is it seems like it always happens like this in the NFC, Willie Jack. And with this division, it's always weird things that happens with this division. Either they're the worst division and they get like a 7-9 team, with a home field game in the playoffs, or it's something like this, where the absolute worst team it still gets in the playoffs at 7-5. That's crazy. And then now you got Tampa Bay at 5-7. You know what I'm saying? This the first place in their division. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, but hey man, the Washington's playing they put together some good games, some competitive games, and they man, we'll see how it plays out. It's spicy these last 6 weeks of the season. Go ahead, brother.
Calm down. Look, let me save everybody a lot of trouble. Neither Washington or the New York Football Giants will make the playoffs this year. Carry on. Regardless of what they told you right now, carry on. Shout out to who is that? Kendrick Perkins. Now carry the hell on. What's he saying on NBA? Yeah.
Hey, but see, okay, Willie Jack, I heard you say that.
Yeah.
So my next question for you then, who makes it? Because look at this. The next team in after Minnesota who's leading the division is the 4-7 Lions. The next team after Tampa Bay, who's 5-6, is the 5-7 Falcons. The next team now this one could be legit. You know what I'm saying? After San Francisco at 7-4,
Seattle,
you can get the Seattle team in there. But literally, I don't see anybody else who can knock that second team out.
What's the other division? You mean? Oh, then it's the East. Okay, so I'm definitely putting Seattle in. Oh man, yeah. You know what?
Like those divisions are now. Maybe you get somebody that makes a run. Now I did say that you got the Arizona team that could get competitive later on in the season with everybody getting healthy. Maybe that's a one team that could possibly steal that other spot. But other than that, Green Bay got the same team. I don't see them putting together the relax the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, no, them days
when everybody told everybody to relax. Yeah, but I don't know, bro.
No, those days are done. Now, the Packers are 4-8?
4-8. The Packers are 4-8. Yep, 4-8.
4-8. So if they run the table, that's 9-8. Crazier things have happened than Aaron Rodgers going on a 5-game
right. Streak. You're absolutely right. But I'm gonna tell you right now, though.
Crazier things have happened in that.
But I'm gonna tell you, they ain't getting that spot from the Giants because I told you the Giants getting 10 wins. We already put that up.
All right, Giants ain't winning double-digit games. You know what I'm saying? I told you, the Giants might finish below 500. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget now, the Giants, that puts them at 8. Get Green Bay that 7th spot. Green Bay the 7th spot. Seattle and Green Bay.
Anybody but the Giants and Washington, huh?
Yeah, anybody but them. Yeah, anybody but them for sure.
Okay, all right. So that's what we're looking like, man. You got anything on this Atlanta Washington game, Willie Jack?
No, man. I mean, honestly, you hit it pretty good. I mean, it was it might as well have been a garbage ball, or well, not a garbage ball, because I'm not gonna say they necessarily trash, but it's a toilet bowl because ain't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? Right. But as far as the day, let me see here. Mariota 15 for 25, 174, 1-1. The huge, you know what I'm saying? The boy, I don't know if he's touched 200 yards passing this year, it was once or twice. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was 3 times. Also 6 for 49 on the ground. Heineke, another pedestrian victory, 14 for 23, 138, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Oh, no, you know what? Shout out to Brian Robinson. I think he had his first, he went over 100 yards. This is the rookie running back from Alabama. Had won the starting job at training camp, then got shot in an attempted robbery, made his return healthy and whole, thankfully. The boy came back to Mini Man by 50 Cent. Boy, y'all might be too young. Y'all don't even remember that. But I was like, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, they thought they got me, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. But 18 for 105. And like I said, I believe that may be his first 100-yard game this season, which means that's his first 100-yard game of his career. And if that is the case, I had to shout out and congrats to you, big dog.
Got you. But Willie Jack, I just thought about something, bro, and we not going away from this because we not letting them get away with this, Willie Jack. I think me and you have a duty not to let Washington get away with this, man.
What they did? Oh man, you sure right? Yeah. I'm ready to see it.
As a lot of you may already know, Washington had planned on revealing a quote unquote statue of former Washington safety Sean Taylor. Okay. Now, I don't know if you've seen this video that's been going around the internet as of late, man, but there is a video of the unveiling and pictures of the unveiling of this Sean Taylor quote unquote statue. And it literally is a wire mannequin that you
they went to Dick's Sporting Goods, borrowed a mannequin, and you know what? It probably was the same mannequin that had they same jersey on because they probably got it from DC. They got it from Maryland, Landover. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. This one already got a jersey on it.
Speak of the devil and grabbed it. And grabbed it just like, bro. They grabbed it and carried it to the stadium. They ain't
even covered it up. They ain't put it in no box. They ain't put it in nothing. They just threw it in the back seat.
Chop. They ain't even put football cleats on it. Somebody put it out. It got soccer cleats.
Boy.
It has, man. Come on, man.
Hey, man. Hey, but on a more serious note, man, Washington, y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got a lot. It's a lot of things going on with this franchise, and that wasn't cool. You brought this man's family out here to see a wire mannequin of the long lost family member. You know what I mean? Of a tragic incident. That's ridiculous, man. Y'all got to do better, man. Somebody needs to call him out. They could have put together a legit statue of that. They could have did that. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it wasn't a statue, they could have just had a celebration and did a video montage and highlight and had players and friends speak little snippets.
Yeah.
That would have been great. You know, it'd have been better than what they had. You know what I'm saying? Now,
if you're going to tell us it's a statue, put together a statue. We know what statues look like, man.
And this thing, too. Now, here's what we can say, because as the reports came out, Daniel Snyder is finally losing that franchise. And so if there will be new ownership. And so, honestly, man, if you know or follow Dan Snyder, you'll know that he's one of the very worst owners in the history of the league. And so this is right up his alley. You know what I'm saying? So classless, tasteless, and just extremely ill or misinformed. And so that's Daniel Snyder all day long. And so hopefully next year, you know what I'm saying, with Big Hove, you know what I'm saying, Diddy, you know what I'm saying, Brian probably got to be in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully when the new regime come in, man, maybe we see some changes. And whoever comes in, the first thing, if I had about, you know what I'm saying, $4.2 billion sitting around, you know what I'm saying, and I bought the Washington football team, first thing I'm gonna do is we running that right back. We running that right back, bro. It's gonna be a promo. It's gonna be a promotional video of me burning the fake statue, sent out to all the season ticket holders, and then with an invite to come back and let's do this thing right. You know what I'm saying? And you know we turning up. You know we going big now. You know we going big.
I know you said that's the first thing that you do.
That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
That's the first thing you do. The second thing you do is you hire me as your GM if you want to win. That's the second
thing I'm doing is I'm reverting the name back to the football team. We're going back to the Washington football team. I like that, bro. I like the Washington football team, dog. It grew on me. I ain't gonna lie. I still call them the football team now. Yeah. That's the second thing I'm doing. That's the second thing I'm doing. Then I'm gonna give Lamar Jackson about $500 million and bring him on down the road, bring him on across the street. Because you know Washington and Baltimore, they neighbors anyway. Like, boy, Chop said you like, man. I'm like, hey, man. I get it, man. Chop said you like your house in Baltimore, man. Said you made a home in your crib. I tell you what, boy, keep your house and come down the street 2 more blocks. Come pull up on me at the football stadium, bro. Come pull up on me watching the football team. Trade your purple for some red and white, boy. Let's get rolling. That's the third thing I'm gonna do, Chop.
Look, man. I got some young talent over here, man. Chase Young coming up fresh off of injury. You like Scary Terry, don't you? They call him Scary Terry.
You been wanting women, bitch. The boy got 2 hands and they work. Come on now. Hey.
Two of them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I heard you, Willie Jack, bro. I hear you, dog. I hear you. Yeah. On to the next one, Willie Jack, man. Let's go to Philadelphia, man, for the Sunday night game, man. Philadelphia. We had Green Bay go to Philadelphia, and Philadelphia comes away with this W, man. 40-33, man. Willie Jack, talk to me, bro.
Man, entertaining game. And who thought? You know what I'm saying?
Chop dog.
What score did you predict on that game? You had it a close game.
I had it as an entertaining game.
Oh no, you did have it close. I mean, you had it 20-17. So yeah, you had it close. But yeah, I don't think anybody's seen a shootout.
I didn't see that. I didn't see a shootout.
And that's what's funny. It fell into a relative shootout because it wasn't through the air where most of this damage was done. So Jalen Hurts, 16 for 28, 153 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, but really got busy on the ground. 17 for 157, man, tremendous day. Miles Sanders, man, shout out to you as well, sir. You know what I'm saying? 21, 143, another 2 touchdowns. Boy, they went for 300. They went for 300 rushing between your quarterback and your running back, dog. Yeah. Golly. And then gotta shout out your dog Kenneth Gainwell, 8 for 39. He got in the busy as well. Got in the paint. Got himself a touchdown as well, man. So tremendous day on the ground for the Eagles. On the other side, Aaron and them. You know what I'm saying? Or Jordan Love and them. I don't know now. I don't know. We'll get to it. Aaron, 11 for 16, 140, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Now, does end up leaving this game, man. So I think, what did they say? It was the thumb on his throwing hand. He got it hit or banged up or nicked or something like that. Stayed in, threw a couple ugly passes.
He also at one point thought he may have had a punctured lung.
Oh yeah, then also he had a rib as well, and so he goes ahead and comes out that game. And honestly, at the point he came out, I think the Eagles were up 2 scores, and it was looking like it was going to be over. And honestly, the last we had seen of Jordan Love, hey, it wasn't all love last time we seen you, dog. Hey, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? Didn't matter today though. Boy stepped in and showed out. 6 for 9, 113, 1 touchdown. Now the 113, and hey Tom, boy, you better in there. You better not leave before you hit your crunches in your speed bike. But if you still listening, shout out to my dog Tom. Tom did, because Baby Moss was at it again, man. Baby Moss at it again. 4 for 110, 1 touchdown. Now the bulk of that being on his first pass from Jordan Love, a 63-yard catch and run. Great ball. You know what I'm saying? Great ball, great placement, great timing from Jordan Love. Man, hit him right in the stomach, right in the stride, right in the pocket, and the boy catch it, and the speed is real. You know what I'm saying? So he had North Dakota State hands, but he got Alabama speed. You know what I'm saying? Because he finished 30 yards to the sideline, turned left, and finished another 40 yards up the sideline, and outran two DBs for the Packers, man, to get in the end zone. So shout out to Baby Mouse, man. Shout out to Christian Watson. Yeah, Christian Watson as well from him. AJ Dillon, 8 for 64, got in the end zone as well. And so, like I said, all told, man, this is what I was going to put to you now.
Okay.
With the Packers sitting at 4-8, not completely out of it, but it looking real dire. You know what I'm saying? And now with Jordan Love, giving you just a little, it was a little Salt Bay, you know what I'm saying? A little Salt Bay action, you know what I'm saying? But he's got me percolating. Now I want to see it. I'm thinking at 4-8, A-Rod already banged up. Do you go ahead and sit? Do you go ahead and if you are what's their coach name, man? I can't think of his name. The coach for the Packers.
Oh, you talking about Matt LaFleur?
Matt LaFleur. If you are Matt LaFleur, do you have the? If somebody excuse my French, cojones? Do you have the cojones? I practice for the show. To sit A-Rod and let Jordan Love rock, because even like I said, you have to go 5-0, and then you need the Giants and the Reds and the football team to somehow knock each other out, and also both not make the playoffs. So you need a lot to go right for y'all to make the playoffs. And then even if you get there, well, I mean, when you get there, all bets are off. But still, like, is it worth doing that, or is this the perfect time and the perfect excuse to go ahead, put your big boy pants on, Matt LaFleur? Because you ain't even been the coach this far. You just been the guy who holds the clipboard on A-Rod's sideline. You ain't the coach yet. I want to see now. Now you can show me. You know what I'm saying? Do you sit A-Rod, let Jordan Love rock out? Because it's already a down year anyway. There's only two things that can happen playing Jordan Love. He shows you something, and it's great. And oh man, hey, we did it again. Favre and A-Rod, now A-Rod and Jordan Love, boy, we cold. You find that out, and you know that future is secured. Or two, maybe he reverts back to a pumpkin instead of a princess, and now you got better draft pick anyway. You can't lose because you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere with this team the way it's looked so far, or the chances thereof. So now, Chop, what do you do? What do you think?
I think if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, man, you stick with A-Rod. You stick with A-Rod, man.
Even in the last year, man. Even in the last year, he's already banged up, almost punching the run.
Yeah, because it's because for me, because it even if what I'm saying too, this is the other side of it. If Jordan Love comes in and he's all right, you know what I mean? If Aaron Rodgers is coming back next year, I'm going Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? I think they will go Aaron Rodgers. Like they would want Aaron Rodgers being their guy, and if they get some weapons and stuff like that, you know, to add around that team, bring more around it. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is your guy. You know, you don't want to create that controversy for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, the other part of it is the next two games are very winnable games. You already talked about. All you need is a little bit of a spark.
No, that's
they
true.
got Chicago. They got Chicago next, and then they got the Rams next. Those to me, those could be two W's.
Yeah. Okay. And I didn't even look that far into it. Okay. Yeah. Because those should be two wins regardless of who's on the field. Honestly, it should be. And so yeah. Now, and that's actually a very boy. You came a long way, Chop. Boy, I tell you what, that was a very valid point there, sir. Got to shout out my dog, Chop. Boy, that was a good. Boy, when you're right, that was a good ass point. I can't rebut that. I can't rebut it because those next two games should be dubs. And if you do get two dubs, we don't know what's gonna happen with Washington and New York these next 2 weeks either. I don't know who they got, so it could change just that fast. You all right, boy. You did good.
Man, let me shout my dog Miles at man, because Miles be coming for me. He do not skip any opportunity to come for your boy, man. He come for me.
Man, where they come from? When they talk about the Rams game,
he was back to back with it. Look, and then we talk about him because he a Chiefs fan. You talking about some Chop love the Packers? He come for me. Hey, Miles ain't holding nothing back, man. Miles come for your boy, man. And I appreciate it, Miles. Keep me on my toes, my dog.
Hey, matter of fact, and he teed you up for Kansas City, Los Angeles. If you ready yet, I don't know if it's still too soon. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't never too soon, man.
Oh, no, man, bro. You ain't told me what you thought about the game, though. Yeah, go ahead. My fault.
It's, she came up with it. She came with a good one. Give us a second, Rachel. Give us a second, Rachel.
Who is that? Hey, Rachel in here getting busy.
Rachel gets busy. I'm gonna tell you right now, Rachel gets busy, bro. But in regards to that game, man, to me, you summed it up pretty good. But I'll say this showed me that the Eagles can win a different type of game. I don't think they've won a game in this fashion, this year yet. To where they had to go out and put up 40 points against another team that put up 33 points.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like to be able to win a game in this fashion, it just shows another dynamic to this team. Now, do I want their defense to play a little bit better? Yeah, I want their defense to play a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? They spent a lot of money on their defense, but showing that they can win a game with this fashion shows that they'll be prepared to take on whatever comes their way when the playoffs come. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're going against a high-powered offense in Minnesota, whether they're going against a physical team in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of things you got to be ready for, when you run to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's certain teams that when they go into the playoffs, they're only prepared for certain types of teams. They only match up with certain types of teams. Philadelphia is a team that can match up with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And there's other teams that can match up with anybody. I think if the Bengals last year, if they have a different route, if they play different teams, they may not make the Super Bowl. But so lo and behold, they had Tennessee, they had Kansas City, you know what I'm saying, who they had beat earlier that season, who matched up well with them, you know what I'm saying? And they those are the teams that matched up well with them, and they were able to pull it out. But Philadelphia is just showing that they're prepared for whatever type of game they have to play to win when playoff time comes. And I feel like that's a good thing to have.
Oh no, that's an excellent observation as well. Like you said, when you 1-on-1, but it don't matter what happened. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to show up, but we show up and we show out. And just like you said, we can get it any way you want to, boy. Hey, and that's what they did. So no, another boy, hey, boy, you want fight, boy? What's in that cup, man?
Right.
What's in that cup? Man?
I'll talk to you later about it.
It's got you in here extra sharp, boy.
You know what I'm saying? But like you said, man, since we were talking about KC, let's go to Los Angeles Rams at Kansas City, man. Mm-hmm. And Kansas City comes away with this W, 26-10. Mm-hmm. I ain't got too much to say about this game, man. It really wasn't. It actually was kind of what I was expecting. I wanted to see some of the young talent, and we didn't get shut out, Willie Jack. So, hey, it wasn't 30-0. I know. It wasn't 30-0. We end up getting in that paint, so we get into that paint. We score a touchdown, get a little field goal there. But, Kansas City is Kansas City, man. A little bit too much. Now, as I said, you know what I'm saying, even with how rough our offense is, because we all know, a terrible offense can make your defense look worse. But the defense, they held their own, man. They held their own, held KC and the Chiefs, even with the way that our offense has been playing and the lack of weapons and, the lack of the ability to keep drives going. They held Kansas City to 26 points, man. Not many teams can do that with the situation that the Rams are in, and they was able to do it, man. So I'm going to take all the wins that I can get, man. It ain't an actual win, but, hey, I'm taking that win. So, yeah, KC comes in, they take care of business, man, and they did what they were supposed to do, man.
Boy, hey, shout out to our dog Miles, boy. Miles on you, boy. Said, boy, y'all got cooked, boy. Hey, Chop Willie put them boys out the oven himself about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I put them out the oven, man. You ain't telling me nothing I don't already know, Miles.
Definitely cooked them, bro. But yeah, I ain't gonna say too much about this, man. Other than y'all did way better than I thought you did. You scored 10 points, so there's that. Hey, one thing I do want to ask is about the phantom injury to Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald got out this game and said, "I'm done." And so they put him on IR. He ain't coming back this year. I don't expect him to.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to.
Did he?
I don't know if he's on IR. I know they talk about high average.
I thought they put him on IR.
Well, if they put him on IR, he's done. They're not bringing him back. Ain't no reason. But see, my thing is, ain't no point in bringing him back anyway. I mean, I don't know why. Anyway.
Same thing with Cup and Stafford.
Yeah, it's a franchise guy. I don't care how much money he's making. You paying him. You like 50. And I'm glad Rachel said it. She said 50 mil. Aaron is playing. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. And then, well, on that, not when I was saying that, not at all to say that this could be a competition next season. Like next season, that's A-Rod's job. But I was just thinking more so, just it might be a good time just to see really where you stand with Love. But now A-Rod next year, especially when everybody comes back fresh, now that's A-Rod team. into the money right now.
For sure. We got you. But with Aaron Donald, man, I mean, you pay him money too, but yeah, man, he ain't got to play. You paying him money to help you win championships. If he comes out there and he does come out there and light it on fire, it does the Rams no good. You know, all it does is just lessen the Detroit Lions draft pick. You know, right now with the Rams record, this crazy part, they a former Super Bowl team, the Lions are sitting at the number 4 overall pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a good spot, man.
And climbing, boy, because brighter days don't look to be on the horizon, man. So hey, and climbing. We'll see what that pick turns into.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, did you have any take on this game, Willie Jack?
Nah, man, ain't nothing to talk about that. I mean, I could waste some more time if we wanted to, but nah, man, it's all good. I'm gonna let you live, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get up out of there, man. I know how it feels. Y'all
be coming for your boy, man. Y'all be coming for you, man. On to this next one, Willie Jack, and we're gonna keep this one. Well, I don't know, up to you. You can keep it short and sweet if you want to. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. But anyway, we had Denver going to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Panthers win this game 23-10. Willie Jack, you called it. What's up, man? Talk to me.
Man, you know what? Sam the man Darnold, man, went out there and got himself a dub. 11 for 19, 164, 1 touchdown. Also had a touchdown on the ground. Man, shout out to Dante.
No, he literally had a touchdown on the ground.
Oh, man,
the boy fumbled, got it, and rolled in.
Boy, rolled on in. Hey, whatever works, boy. Hey, it hit the stat sheet as a rushing touchdown, though. That's why you let the film speak, man.
Touchdown, man.
You see why you let the film speak, Chop? That's why you let the film speak. Y'all stop playing with us, man. Big day for Dante Foreman, man. 24 for 113. So shout out to you, a guy who thought he was going to be out of the league. And he's still a young guy. He's 25, 26. I think I seen like an article or an interview or something that was talking a little about his story. His dad, he fell off whatever team or roster he was on, was kind of just sitting around, thought he was finna have to go just get a regular 9-to-5 job. His career's already over. His dad tells him keep working out, keep pushing. He does. His dad dies. Then he does get a call, gets back in the league, and now he's having a resurgence, man, and you know what I'm saying, getting to play and ball in Carolina. So wanted to shout him out. My dog DJ Moore, had a good day, 4 for 103, 1 touchdown, 50 of them in the air. But yeah, other than that, man, Denver. Tavius Murray had a very good day, 13 for 92. 50 of that came in one gallop as well, though. Herbert, not Herbert. That's a wrong team. Russ, 19 for 35, 142, 1 touchdown, no interception. And yeah, they got smoked. Yeah, that's all.
Something's got to give in Denver, man. Somebody's got to go.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like Russ hasn't been great, and that goes without saying, right? Newsflash, obvious, you know, it's Captain Obvious. But Nathaniel Hackett, I think, if it's gonna be one or the other, Hackett got to go. And I'm not even talking about the money for Russ, but just from the gate, just that offense, how it looks, the things they have now. Russ isn't playing well in it, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of that definitely is Russ. He doesn't look to be the same guy. But then also, case in point is even the difference this year between Derek Carr and Derek Carr last year when he's in Gruden's system. Just that fast, he's back to being a bum. Last year, he was a tremendous leader and a guy that's you know what I'm saying, needs somebody to come in there and work with him, you know what I'm saying? And now look, and that's scheme, that's offense, that's coaching. And so that stuff does show its worth. And so I'm gonna salvage my dog Russ, man. You know what I'm saying? And say, man, I'm gonna say, man, Hackett can't hack it. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for that. But then and yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with that, man. Hackett can't hack it, man. Get him up out of there, one and done. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And then let's see who else comes in. And then let me see right now, man, if my dog Russ really is completely washed. So
let's get spicy then, Willie Jack. Let's get spicy then. I got who's the ideal candidate to come in there and possibly.
Oh, that's easy. Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich is going to be my answer to every opening that comes up. He should have been a coach last year.
Byron Leftwich.
Even with this year, he's going to lose a lot of steam, honestly, with the way the offense is looking this year. But they got just a lot of things going wrong on that with that offensive line. The run game's non-existent. The receiver cores are in or out, and then even when they're in, halftime they're not performing. And so, but I liked enough of what I saw, and not even just with Tampa Bay these last couple of years, because he was with us in Pittsburgh with Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians takes him with him to Arizona and brings him up, like brings him through the ranks, brings him over as an assistant, promotes him to quarterback coach, promotes him to co-offensive coordinator, like under him or whatever the case, and then lets him sit in the big chair himself as the coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see him get a shot, man. And like I said, that's the guy for me. So if I had one choice for any job that's opening up, it's probably going to be Byron Leftwich. Is probably going to be my answer. If it's not Byron Leftwich, then I'm breaking Todd Bowles. I'm gonna let Todd Bowles get his hands on Pat Surtain. and you know what I'm saying, just that stingy defense even as a whole, you know what I'm saying? So those would be my two guys I give
you. Okay, gotcha. All right, man. And Rachel seems to agree, man. She says Russ would benefit from a new coach, and I agree with that too. But my overall take from this game is like I said before, something's got to give. You know, with this Denver team, man. We know what these two teams are. They're two teams that, you know, are ready for next year, ready for the offseason, ready to, looking to see what they have right now, but ready for the offseason so that they can, start to build, start to put together some other pieces, start to bring in some, maybe some other coaches or just trying to see whatever they can do to get better for next year. And that's essentially what both of these teams need to do. I know we thought a lot of Denver. I know I did for sure, but I think everybody else at least thought that they could be a playoff team. But,
see, well, I thought it'd be slow, and I thought next year would be the year anyway. Because you need time to gel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, it just doesn't happen that fast like it did for Tom Brady and Matt Stafford. You know what I'm saying? And even those guys got hot at the right time at the end. But there's always a growth period, an adjustment period. But I didn't expect it to be tremendous this year. But it should look better than it's looking though. Like it shouldn't look this bad, but yeah. So
it looks terrible. On to the next one, Willie Jack. Man, we called the wrong shutout, dog. We called the wrong one, man. We should have called this one, man. We had New Orleans going to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. San Francisco wins this game 13-0, man. 13-0. And it really was. I thought this game would be a lot more entertaining, but it really turned into just a dud for both teams. And just like I said, I felt like New Orleans would be the team to cause Jimmy G to make a few of those mistakes, to be the Jimmy G that, we looked at and said, maybe they can upgrade at the QB position.
Crumbles in the big moments.
Exactly. So I felt like they had the type of team that can do that, and they did. They did that in that particular game. The only difference is San Francisco got defense on the other side of that ball that wasn't giving up nothing. Didn't matter who you was. You know what I'm saying? They ain't giving up zilch, and that's what they did. They came ready to play. Their defense led by Fred Warner had a wonderful, wonderful game, man. And that's another guy too, Willie Jack, that may be in the line for a head coaching position somewhere. Now, I wouldn't put him in Denver because he's a defensive guy. D'Amico Ryans.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I wouldn't put him in Denver because he's a defensive guy, but he should be in line for a head coaching position somewhere, especially if he keeps up, which I expect him to keep up his performance, and maybe this team makes a real playoff push. He's going to be, in a lot of people's eyes, and he's going to get a lot of interviews this next coming year after the San Francisco team finishes up this year, man. So I'm looking at that too. Not only am I looking at the San Francisco team and how far they can go in the playoffs, but I'm looking at D'Amico Ryans too, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing, and he's putting together a good defense.
And this thing's well, hey Tom, boy, if you're still in there getting no crunches, like I told you, I'm fit talk about your Texans a little bit more. D'Amico Ryans was an excellent linebacker for the Texans. I was a fan of D'Amico Ryans when he played. Him and Brian Cushing. Brian Cushing was on the juice, but it is what it is. But them boys out there, they was out there flying, man, laying wood. You know what I mean? So I was a fan of D'Amico Ryans when he's a player, honestly, when he was with the Texans, and then he got out of. When he got into coaching, he did it in the Texans tree. He was in the crib. They had him in there. You know what I'm saying? And now seeing where he's at now and seeing the terrible coaching history or decision making and everything else that went wrong as far as just front office and coaching decisions that were made in the Texas offense, how do you let that guy leave? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you let a homegrown talent get out of your building? Because he was the coordinator. He was like one of the lead defensive assistants. I don't know. No, I think it was. I can't remember if he was under Lovey or if this is even back when it was Romeo Cornell. Romeo Cornell. I can't remember how long ago this was, but the point was they had him in the building. You know what I'm saying? And then let this guy get out to see what he's doing in San Francisco, just like you said, man. And now, just like you said, he's definitely another guy. He's another guy. Now, this ain't no Brian Bieniemy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about none of this. If Byron Leftwich and D'Amico Ryans not coaching somewhere next year, I don't know. Like, somebody got to explain something to me. You know what I'm saying? So now maybe people want to use this year against Leftwich or something like that. Okay, well maybe so. I get maybe, who knows? but still, like I would imagine both those guys got to have the big seat sometime somewhere next year.
Got to give him that shot, man. Got to give him that shot. And then on to the last game, Willie Jack. And what better way to close out Week 12 than for my guy, you know what I'm saying, to open the door for my dog, Willie Jack, so he can talk about his Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm going to say yo Pittsburgh Steelers because you ain't sharing the Pittsburgh Steelers with Miles, man. Miles a Chiefs fan. So that's where we going, man. Let's close it out, man, with that particular game, man. We had Pittsburgh go to Indianapolis, man, and come away with
Sirski.
Winning this one 24-17, Willie Jack.
Yes, Sirski. Yeah, man, Victory Wednesday here for you, dog, man. Excuse my black and yellow.
Oh,
coincidence.
Excuse me, brother.
Yeah, excuse black go. But no, so honestly, man, we came out and honestly we were we capitalized early. So we get an early interception. James Pierre, a guy who we had tried to start, he got burnt, he had fell to the bottom of the depth chart, and then now we're like down 3 DBs. He gets another play, he starts, gets his hand on interception. And honestly, man, that was a spark we needed. And so our running game is definitely improved. A lot of new faces or newer faces for most folks running the ball today. Najee Harris goes out with an injury, but Pickett 20 for 28, 174, no touchdowns, no picks, 6 for 32 on the ground. Pickens had, I guess, a highlight catch up the sideline, good ball and a good catch on the right sideline. He also does get the 2-point conversion. And then on the other side, man, Matt Ryan, like I said, this is the one that honestly, I'm going to put this one on Jeff Saturday because I don't understand why it seemed to me like they wanted to come out and I don't know why they didn't come out behind JT, come out behind the muscle, come out behind the horse. You ride the horse that got you here, Chop. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they say.
That's it, man.
The boy just had 35 carries for 150 yards last week in a dub. What would make you come out and decide, you know what, this is going to be Matt Ryan's game?
Overthinking. Overthinking.
Yeah, you know. And honestly, I do understand what it was because our DB's been getting honey roasted, boy. Our DB's been getting tore up. So I know they watched film and seen that, oh man, Matty Ice boy, it's your turn this week. We got JT rolling last week. This is gonna be your game, Matty. So I can get it. But then, like I said, unfortunately for them, we get an early interception on it. I don't think it was his first pass. Maybe it was the second or third pass of the game. But it was on their first series. We get an interception. We do turn that into points. I think it was 3. And then, like I said, from there, man, it was just we controlled that first half. And then the second half, they come out. They get a huge kick return. They run it 86 yards. They almost run it back. We do get the stop, but then they score a touchdown and really kind of tighten the game up there. And then from there, of course, you know, we pull it on out. And so, but like I said, all's well that ends well. You know what I'm saying? So came in looking for a dub, left after we found one. And so I ain't got no complaints, man. I ain't got no complaints at all. And yeah, on to the next one, man. We got Atlanta next week. Another game that's very winnable, man. Hey, man, y'all let us stay low, man. We chilling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all got going on. Y'all do what y'all got to do out there, man. We chilling. We cooling. Yeah.
Gotcha. And Jarrell came in with a comment too, and that's really what I was going to say.
Oh yeah.
It was some horrible clock management, but then also on top of that, you know, it was silly mistakes that you can't make in crucial situations again. Their goal-to-go situation. JT is actually running the ball pretty well, you know, on the per basis. You can't even get him the handoff. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know whose fault that is. Maybe the pocket was too tight, or maybe Matt Ryan didn't actually stick it in there, you know, and put it in his chest or put it in his stomach where it needs to be.
I put that one on JT. I did. I put that one on JT.
Well, either way, you can't have that. You can't have that mistake in that spot. You're on the goal line. You get a chance to go ahead and I don't know if it was go ahead in this game or tie at that particular moment, but that if they get a touchdown there, we're talking about a different game there. You know, maybe this game goes to overtime. You know, I don't know. You know, but that mistake can't happen in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this too, Willie Jack. Even though I went for Indianapolis in this game, I was rooting for y'all like a mug, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you why, Willie Jack. I had Pittsburgh's defense, man. On my fantasy team. Had Pittsburgh's defense, and I was down. I was up 9 points, and the guy I was going against had Jonathan Taylor. So when he fumbled on that goal line, boy, your boy was in the living room like,
yeah, but you think you was, man, boy, I could have gave myself a stroke, boy.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you. But no, man, a great game. I think great game defensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, they did do a great job of containing, you know, this Indianapolis offense and not letting Matt Ryan, you know, pick them apart. Even though he hasn't really picked many people apart this entire season. But still,
if there was any week that he was gonna pick somebody apart, it would have been us, bro. Our secondary has been getting toasted, boy. Our corners specifically, our corners.
But y'all did a good job of getting after him. Y'all did a good job. Y'all got a few sacks on Matt Ryan, man. And Rachel coming in hot too again, man. She said Matt Ryan is shot. You know what I'm saying? He's done for. And he said he hasn't been right since he took that sack in the Super Bowl, man. The sack in the Super Bowl.
Man, you know what? Yeah, and shout out to Matty Ice, man. I had love, and you know what? I don't listen. He's just an old, stiff, non-running quarterback, Rachel Murphy. You know what I'm saying? So those type of I honestly think that he can still be viable, but it has to be like he's at the point now where like there's certain things he needs. He needs a top half of the league offensive line. Right now, the Colts offensive line is bottom 5. You know what I'm saying? He needs legitimate top half of the league weapons. You know what I'm saying? I don't think their weapons are top half of the league. I say their weapons would be on the bottom half of the league. You got Michael Pittman and Michael Pittman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not counting Jonathan Taylor in this. I'm talking about as far as him in the past.
I get what you're saying.
Now, Jelani, oh, that's the guy I was going to shout out to Jelani Woods. Man, huge tight end they got over there. 8 for 98. And I think he's a rookie as well. And I don't know where the hell the Colts are finding these big ass 6'8", 300-pound chiseled tight ends that run 4.6. Because him, Mo Ali Cox, and they had yeah, you know what I'm saying? So man, they got some big ones over there, man. He had himself a day. But like I say, it's got to be a specific situation. You know what I mean? And so heading into the Colts thing, like at the beginning of the season, I thought this was going to be that because that offensive line was a top 5, top 10 in the league. You had Jonathan Taylor, who looked like to be the next 2,000-yard runner in this league. You know what I'm saying? You had a ascending Michael Pittman Jr. And so I thought, you know, the other way, but no, all that quickly fell by the wayside. Shout out to my day one game Jarrell, man. He said that still his future is looking bright, man, with the offensive rookies. And honestly, man, that's why the wins are great and the losses don't hurt as bad because I can chalk it up to, man, these are growing pains, bro. These are growing pains. We got a kid back there. You know what I mean? And so, but I'd agree completely. Pickett to Pickens is gonna be special. Like that connection already, man. So he's already showed he ain't scared to put it up and let Pickett go make a play, or let Pickens go make a play. And Pickens already showed the moment ain't too big. I can make any catch any type of way. I can catch with anybody in this league. That catch he had, which is probably, oh man, there's been so many great catches this year. Damn, it probably was the catch of the year to my dog Jennings. Now I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like damn. But still, you know what I'm saying? So a spectacular talent, our young tight end, Friar Muth, man, stud. He's got the look of a top 5 tight end, bro. I don't know once we get going, but he's gonna be one of the next ones. He reminds me of TJ Hockenson. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it kind of puts me in the mind of it. So, but yeah, no, the future's definitely bright, man. I'm just trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things where, you know, I'm just better days are coming, so I'm just trying to stay down until we come up. Y'all know what's going on.
Gotcha. All right, Willie Jack, man. Well, there you go, my brother. That pretty much wraps up week 12, man. That wraps up week 12. But you know we got to talk about one game, man. We got week 13, man. Week 13, we got the Thursday night game. We got Buffalo, divisional matchup, man. Buffalo going to New England. You know, Big Josh Allen going to New England, take on the Patriots, man. And if I remember correctly, last year they played on Thursday night. And I think that was the
is that the one where they threw 2 passes?
They do 3 passes that game. Yeah, 3 passes by Mac Jones, and New England end up winning that game. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you like this. And you know what's crazy, too? I think it is supposed to be windy again. If this turned into another 3-pass game, bro,
not this go round.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be another 3-pass game, but it's just crazy. But I will say this though, Buffalo goes to New England, take on the Patriots. I'm going Buffalo in this game. I'm picking Buffalo. I think that right now, for me to hold my bold prediction, you know, that means the Patriots can't win another game the rest of the season.
So, I told you, boy. Hey, Bill's still Bill, boy. Bill, I was like, man, you can't count Bill out.
In order for that to happen, Buffalo needs to win. but they're going against Buffalo anyway. Buffalo's still, I think, one of the better teams in the NFL. I told y'all about, Josh Allen. Well, me and Willie Jack both broke down Josh Allen as far as his game and, how dynamic he is and what he can do, passing, from the pocket, but also, using his feet. That just makes for a dangerous offense. So I continue to think that the Buffalo offense is going to continue to be dangerous. New England's defense is not the same as it's been in years past, so I don't think they really slowed down Josh Allen as much, and they haven't been as good on offense, And so, give me Bills in this game, man. And Josh Allen has something on his mind. I don't think it's as close of a game. Give me 27-17 final score of this game.
Ooh. Man, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I think you're missing the mark on this one. I think this is gonna be, and they're going to New England as well, right?
Yeah, they're going to New England.
Okay, yeah. Nah, I'm taking Buffalo to win on the road because that's my dog. You already know what's going on with Big Josh. But I ain't gonna lie. I think this is one of those other games. This is one of those close, ugly games that makes me worry. Like, come on, Big Josh, man, come on, we need this big dog. Because I think this one I'm gonna have to be on my toes a little bit. I got Buffalo winning this game 21-19, and the reason why honestly, because I think me and you see New England's defense different because that defense balling now. Hey, yeah. That Patriots defense. Now, granted, it's been what it's the Jets. It was the competition hasn't necessarily been top notch. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But still, like I think they're playing. I think they started. They started a little slow, but I think especially once Matt Judon really got in his bag and really took off, that defense has been playing pretty well. The young guy they've got that replaced J.C. Jackson, which, man, shout out to Bill again, boy. Bill did it again. Because I was thinking, man, ain't no way y'all let J.C. Jackson go. Man, it was Mr. INT, boy, changing Instagram name and everything. 10 picks. He had played good for 3 years. 3 years consecutively playing well. You know what I'm saying? So I was surprised to see him let him go. And then, like I said, man, he's got another one already. Is it Josh Jones?
Something like that. Let me go look at it. Cause I know you're talking about too, but,
yeah, bro,
he's been playing some good ball.
He's playing ball, man. You know what I'm saying? He's been playing some good ball. And then, like I say, and then of course Judon in the front, man, wrecking havoc. And so this is the game that worries me for that. And then also, man, you know how it goes. A division game, short field in New England. You just told me the weather's gonna be in place. So Bill's got something up his sleeves. Like, man, hell no, man. Bill might lose, but man, like, yeah. Bill you don't beat Bill. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Bill loses, but you don't beat Bill. 2017 feels like they went in and beat Bill. Well, unless you beat
27-17. I gave him 17. 27-17. 10-point game. That ain't too bad.
Yeah. But I was saying, unless you Big Josh and you put a 50 ball on him, other than that don't happen too often. No, I think Bill's back in his bag. You know what I'm saying? That defense is coming together. You still got that two-handed tandem in the running back. Mac Jones actually had a decent game. Didn't he go for so Mac Jones had his first decent game of the year as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and they're catching Buffalo, where Buffalo is still, I mean, they got to win. They rebounded, they got to win, but they're still not necessarily back on their square. You know what I'm saying? Like they still kind of gathering their footing, especially now with Von Miller being down now. And so, you know what I'm saying? What's that defensive line look like now? What's that pass rush look like now? Because now, to this point, it had been mainly just, hey, y'all four, Franco, get busy. And then Milano and Edwards, man, y'all part of the coverage, man. Y'all can run and roam and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now, what does that dynamic look like?
I'm starting to really like Milano, man. Really, but
man,
I'm starting to really like this dude, man. That boy, nice, man.
Man, that's the thing too, because just like you said, bro, it was probably like maybe two or three, maybe probably 2 years ago, realistically. But yeah, no, like it's just like, just watch me like, am I tripping? Who is it? He's nice, ain't he? But didn't even know, man. I was calling it, man. You already know I ain't with name, but I was calling that boy, man, all type of stuff, boy. For Milano, Pagano, man, he was everything. But no, nice, man. And you know what? This generation's like Demario Davis. Or no, this generation like this. Well, not just generation, but he's another Levante David. You know what I'm saying? Like just a guy that just Levante David been an all-pro caliber linebacker for a dozen years. It ain't slowing down. You know what I'm saying? But he's still not necessarily at the forefront of your mind when we talk about linebackers. Like that's how I feel about Matt Milano. Like, boy, you watch him play, like, boy, he can play with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like his game is very, very comparable to me to Fred Warner. in San Francisco.
Because he can cover.
Because he can cover. That's what I say. He can cover. He's rangy. You know what I'm saying? He brings a little boom with him too. So, I definitely like his game a lot. So, but I'm taking Big Josh, man, to get it done on the road. But I think it's gonna be tough, ugly, and troublesome. But I hope Big Josh. I think Big Josh. I know Big Josh. My bad, Big Josh. I know Big Josh is gonna pull through. So give me 21-19. No, in a barn burner. Chop in a barn burner.
I got you. And Rachel agrees with you too, man. She said she agreed with the Bills win, but it'll be an ugly game. Yeah. So,
you Chop. Think about this. Bill got a short week. You coming to his crib, and the weather's nasty. Bill ain't giving up 30 points in this game. Or 20. That's a lot of points against Bill. Bill ain't playing that, boy. Bill got some up the sleeves, boy. You already know Bill.
He might. Yeah. But I got Bills, man. I got you. 27-17, bro. That's where I'm going. Yeah. Well, Willie Jack, man. Hey, that's all. That's it. That's all, man.
Hey, that's it. That's all.
We went. We came. We saw. We conquered, man. We went through all 12 games. Oh, man. We already talked about the first one that's coming up in week 13, that Thursday night game. Now, man, it's that's pretty much it, man. The show's wrapped up. Of course, y'all tune in to Chop Willie in the morning on Sunday at 10 a.m. Man, Willie Jack, man, go ahead, man. Close us out.
Hey, you heard what my dog said, man. That's it. That's all. There's no more folks. We came, we saw, we definitely conquered. Stop playing. You seen my dog was in his bag. You seen what he did out here. Who called Mike White for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 41 points scored in the game? Who else did that but my dog Chop? Come on, man. Y'all stop playing, man. Shout out to the members, though, man. Y'all was in the building real spicy and aggressive today, and we love it, man. Y'all was loud. Man, y'all came with it, man. Kept us on our toes all day long, man. So appreciate all of that, man. Let me get a couple of the roll call real quick.
Before you get the roll call, man, what's up? Give me a game ball, bro. Give me a game ball.
Oh, man, you know what? This is why you my dog. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is it right here. This is why you my dog, man. Hey, shout out to what's Rachel's last name? Matter of fact, Murphy. Shout out to Rachel Murphy. Rachel Murphy game ball winning. And you know what? You came in here and got so comfortable. I thought you was brand new. I was like, okay. Shout out to you, Rachel. Appreciate you coming through. He was like, oh, no. Rachel get busy. I'm like, oh. And then right after that, boy, she kept it coming. So, hey, we appreciate the love. We definitely appreciate that. Shout out to you, Rachel. And yeah, and you know what you got to do now, Rachel? Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? I hate to have to come see about you because you better get on program. You got to tell a friend. You got to tell your friend to tell a friend. Your friend got to even tell his friend. And then somebody else got to bring one more partner. Come on now. But, hey, appreciate that. Rachel, real big in the building today. Shout out to the home team. Mom Dukes is in the building. And Mama was the first one in today, man. I appreciate you, Mom. Look at that, man. She still love her son. Look at that.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. Shout out to my dog, Mom. What's that?
Nothing. Ain't nothing.
Hey, shout out to my dog, Miles. Shout out to Day One Gang. Jarrell was in this thing real strong, man. As always, we appreciate the love. Shout out to my dog, Tom, man. Getting it in, man. In the gym, getting real busy and listening to his dogs for motivation, man. We appreciate the love, big dog. Shout out to FCQC Hobby Hangout. That's my dog, William White. That's my dog, Big Chef Dubs. That's our resident Jets fan. Shout out to you, sir. We appreciate the love, big dog. Man, hey, I'm looking for you, man. It was somebody else in there getting busy and I can't find you. Man, you know what's going on. If I forgot to say your name, say it with me now. Charge it to my head, man. Don't charge it to my heart. You know we think about you, big dog. Hey, we love and appreciate all the support as always, man. And we enjoy this. Like I said, man, if y'all wasn't here, we'd probably be talking football anyway, man. But we love that y'all doing it here. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't do it without you, and we don't want to do it without you, even if we could, man. So we need y'all here, man. Y'all part of the show, man. Y'all make it fun for us, man. You keep it going, man. Y'all can't understand, man. Some days, man, we just ain't got it. Chop got 2 kids. He got a job. You know what I'm saying? He's a busy man, and you know what I'm saying, man. We get in here some days, man, and we groggy, but man, knowing that y'all gonna be here to rock with us, man. When I tell y'all, man, they really do put a battery in it, and both our backs. So gotta say that, man. Appreciate all the love and support as always, man. Don't forget to check back in with your dogs now. Y'all heard what was going on with these Nuggets. Y'all heard the fantasy Nuggets. Jarrell, Day One Game. Remind them boys how many points Kansas City defense had you, dog. How many points that Kansas City defense get you, boy? You tune in on Sunday, Chop Willie in the morning, man. Boy, got about 25 points, man. We dropping gems and nuggets like that over there all the time, man. So come over there and get real busy, tapping with your dogs, man. Gonna be a good time. You already know what's going on, man. Y'all know how we get busy. I'm gonna stop playing with y'all, man. I ain't gonna disrespect y'all like that, because y'all know what we do. Holla at the 3 amigos, man. Rachel said she'd already liked and shared. Hey, I hope you subscribe. Don't ring my bell. Look at your bell, bro. I hate to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's all for the games to y'all.
We can't debo for subscribers, bro.
Hey, it's 3 amigos, man. You can't holler at 2 amigos. Who are the 2 amigos? Who are the 2? Hey, no, hey, it's all in fun. No, sincerely, definitely love and appreciate your support. You was definitely big in the chat today. We definitely really do appreciate that. And then the rest of y'all fools, man, y'all know what's going on, man. Big let the film speak, man. Big Chop Willie in the morning, man. Big love, big respect for everybody, man. Y'all had fun. Enjoy yourselves. Tap in. Make sure y'all watch my dog Big Josh get busy tomorrow night. And without further ado, peace.
Peace. My dog.